Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry. And
no worries. I've probably got a fan going right now, so if you hear like wind blowing, that's why, because I can't take the heat. So.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. But I mean, I know it's got to take a lot of courage to dress up like you do and go in public places and not worry about people. Because I know people are going to say something about you. They say stuff about me, and compared to everyone else, I dress tame. I mean, I'm like...
You want to know the truth?
Pardon?
Every single time I go into public, I fear for my life. And I'm not exaggerating. And I find that so sad. So unbelievably sad in this country. Because people deserve to be free and to be themselves. I was almost murdered for being judged.
Oh,
and
that's awful.
That is something that no one should go through at all, ever. And it disgusts me. From the bottom of my heart, it disgusts me that someone would take it upon themselves to project their own restraints onto other people. And they have such liberties in this world. They have so much opportunity. These people are free. They have a sound mind. I have people in my family who have mental illnesses who destroyed my life.
Right.
People in my life that do not have that capacity and that opportunity that they have. And so when I see that, it really breaks my heart. And to have to go through life every single day out in public, fearing your own safety, just for being yourself, not for being extreme, is the most destructive thing. And it makes me actually rarely go out. People don't know that about me. I don't like going out. I don't. It hurts. If I'm out somewhere, I like it to be somewhere where I can be in my own element, where people come to me. And it just, I can't handle, the threat of my own life. That's
right.
Something that nobody should be subjected to.
Especially someone as strong. I think that to change yourself as much as you have, and I mean dyeing your hair, and haven't seen how you dress on a normal day basis, but I know, knowing you, it's extraordinarily expressive of what you're feeling that day, or whatever's comfortable, because all people ultimately will get into that at some point. And for someone to go out in public, to have that strength to go out in public, being themselves, for another person to come along and take their life is cold, heartless, and just inhuman.
It really is. And that's why I haven't talked about my book title, but obviously it has to do with monsters. And I came up with the title because people grow up on the tales of the boogeyman and the monster underneath their bed and all of these monsters all around, the vampires, the witches, the werewolves. And I grew up with humans as my monster. They honestly took almost everything away from me, to the point where I was so low and so empty and so cut off from everything else that I created my identity to bring me a sense of reality and a sense of lovingness. Caden Blake is just a name for freedom. You can wake up and feel Caden Blake that day because you know that you are your world if you need that to be. And without that, I honestly don't think that I would be here today, because my life is not like what people think it is. I am so unbelievably disconnected from human nature and standardizations. And I don't say that to try to make myself sound distinct, but it is the truth. And I don't think that people understand the severity of it. And that's why I go through phases that are so difficult, because I really am an island on my own right now. And I've never, besides the Misfits, who obviously are my rock in life, I don't have a team. I don't have really any sort of salvation in the form of people and contacts. And I don't pity myself whatsoever, because if I wanted to be more social, or if I wanted to contact others, I could. But it makes me uncomfortable, because that it's so different than my realm and my comfort zone. And, you know, one day I will meet some fabulous artists in this world, and I will meet the legends. And it's with those legends that I know I will find happiness, because they are real. They are reality. They are living their art. It's not about art, really. It's about dedication, and dedication can be given toward anything. But what is magical is when people are so very different, born different, to the point where they're not even recognizable as a human. If I go out with friends, sure, I can laugh. I can be extremely funny, and so can they, and we'll laugh. But it's always
what?
It's not real. What's real for me is being iconic in my own privacy. It's when you don't have anything to prove to people. It's when you are a legend in the confines of your own bedroom, of your own solitude, when you are writing and thinking of quotes that should be going down in history books, and things that you could start religions, could start cults. Those are the
someone
thoughts.
could easily take what you talk about all the time and make that into a religion. If they weren't careful, this could take off into something far bigger than I'm sure you intended to be.
Well, trust me, if I ever had a religion, it would not be one that persecutes. The only thing that I will not tolerate at all is violence and hatred toward goodness, and hatred at all. I don't hate negative people, because I see them. I see them in and out. I can read someone like a book without ever having met them, and I understand their psychology and their psyche, and so I've never been able to hate anybody, ever. Even under the most dire and drastic circumstances, I've still never been able to, and I don't want to, and I'm so glad that I feel so blessed to not have that possibility in my chemistry,